Why do women go from heels to flats? Are you in your 40s or 50s and do you wear high-heeled shoes? I'm willing to bet that there's a 50-50 chance that your answer probably will be no. And that's what we're delving into today. Hi and welcome back. This question popped into my mind 3 weeks ago when I was in the process of giving away 20 pairs of beautiful high-heeled shoes. 4 to 5 years ago, I couldn't do without these shoes. So the question is why? Why does this happen? Before we go into that, let's look into why women are obsessed with high-heeled shoes. It's often said that a woman's wardrobe isn't complete without a pair of heels. But then what is it about high-heel shoes? Is it just about the height? I came across this research recently about why women are obsessed with wearing high-heeled shoes. It's interesting that there's research for everything. 1. High heels make women walk more attractively. TheList.com says that researchers base their judgment on the fact that heels make women walk more femininely. With those heels fitted on a woman's legs, there's a reduced stride, increased rotation and tilt of the hips. In a nutshell, the woman struts. I can relate to that. When I wear my high heels, I feel like a supermodel. 2. Heels make women more noticeable. One Professor Nicholas Gwegwen carried out research that involved stationing 2 categories of women in a bar. The first was wearing heels, while the other was wearing flats. It was discovered that the women with heels got approached within 7 minutes, while those with flats got approached within 14 minutes. 3. High heels boost our feminine traits. Heels make women appear confident, taller, and attractive. It also improves our gait and accentuates our female traits. Just think of the catwalk. 4. Believe it or not, high heels increase a woman's persuasiveness. In this same study by Professor Nicholas, women wearing flats, medium heels, and high heels stopped pedestrians to answer a survey regarding gender equality. Can you guess the results? 40% of the men approached responded to the women in flats. 60% responded to the women wearing medium heels. And wait for it, a whopping 80% of the men responded to the women in high-heeled shoes. Now that we know why women love wearing high-heel shoes, let's look at what women in their 40s and their 50s are saying about high-heel shoes. I came across these 2 interesting comments on Quora.com. I loved wearing high heels, and I mean loved them, emphasis on the word love. I felt more comfortable in heels than sneakers, to be honest, and I would spend a fortune on a good pair of heels. However, I'm turning 40 in a few months, and I think it's true what they say. Drum roll please, everything changes. A few years ago, I began to not be able to wear them all day. My feet would feel almost bruised at the end of the day, and then it became unbearable to do it at all. I've gained weight, and that of course has contributed, but it's more than that. My feet would swell, my toes would feel like they were being smashed, and the bottoms of my feet felt like shooting pain going through them. I still miss wearing heels every day. I felt fabulous in them, and I hate seeing the young girls in the office strutting around in them looking amazing. But believe me, it's not worth the pain later. I now wear Dr. Scholl's. Here's another interesting comment from a lady on Quora.com. I used to love wearing high heels. The higher the better. Then I fell pregnant. I managed to wear stilettos throughout most of the pregnancy. Maybe not the smartest fashion choice I ever made, but I actually didn't own any more shoes. They were all fantastically tall. They made my great legs look even better, even pregnant. It was during my second pregnancy that I bought a pair of sneakers. Being a mom of a young child and pregnant again, comfort finally won the fight against desire. For many years, I wore sneakers or thongs. You might call them flip-flops. Here we call them thongs. This was my footwear of choice. After my final pregnancy, I finally had a chance to go out. You bet. Time to dust off one of the dozens of pairs of stilettos I had. I couldn't do it. I literally could not wear them. Walking from my room to the front door, I realized sadly my days of wearing shoes that pointed your toes directly to the floor were over. Of all the sacrifices I ever made for my children, this one hit the hardest. I actually don't like court shoes. If the heel isn't long and slender, I don't like them. So I bought some flats. I fell in love with shoes all over again. Where had these little gems been all my life? Comfort in some amazing colors. Today I have dozens of pairs of flats. Shoe fetishes never go away, they just lose the heel. I've noticed something about high heeled shoes. Once you've been wearing them continuously for a while, and for some reason you suddenly stop wearing them, you sort of like lose the knack of being able to wear it. I don't know why. Well, in my case, in about 2019, I was always wearing high heeled shoes. I would wear them to work. They had to be high or nothing. I didn't like to wear flats. At that time, the next office to mine at work was probably about 10 steps or 15 steps away. The year 2020, I moved to a much larger office space. And in that space, the closest office to mine was about 30 steps away, and the others were even much further. And I remember hearing the sound of my heels going up and down the hall while I moved from one office to the other. I think it cost a bit too much attention, and then at that time, perimenopause struck out of nowhere, and you know how it is. Everything is happening everywhere and all at once, and with the hot flashes, the bloating, the itching skin, the sore breasts, with everything that was going on with me at that time, even the brain fog, I just couldn't cope. Comfort was what was most important to me at the time. And so I gave in and I stopped wearing heels, and then I moved into wearing flats. So I'm interested in knowing, do you wear high heels in your 40s or your 50s? What made you stop? Was it perimenopause or something else? Type it out in the comment below and let's talk about it. All this talk about wearing high heels and the confidence, the persuasiveness, the feeling more attractive, makes me reminisce about my days when I used to wear high heeled shoes, and I'm tempted to try. I think I'll try to wear high heels later on today, and I'll let you know how that goes. Take good care of yourself. Don't forget to be your sister's keeper. I'll talk to you soon.